You got anything you want to lead with?
So, over the weekend, something crazy happened. A certain Marvel movie released. We'll get straight into the Marvel shit.
Yeah. What a week for Marvel in general.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Because What If was crazy. We'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shang Chi. Incredible.
We haven't talked about it, like, at all.
We're waiting till the pod.
You're here, yeah. Oh, my God, dude.
So, obviously, big spoilers. You know, we did the little Spider-Man last time. Is there something we could do for him? Spoiler. It's not about him, but
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to appropriate.
Yeah,
you especially.
I especially can't do that. No, I'm not gonna. Not for me on that one.
I did martial arts, and
that's why I did. What's her name? And I said, you know, what's her name? She was
Katie.
Trigger happy. Katie was crazy with it.
Wow, dude. Yeah. I think it's hot take top 5 for me, but number 5, I think. Like I actually ranked.
They were calling it like
movies.
They were calling it like an underdog Marvel character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's obviously not one of like your big Marvel heroes in the comics.
Yeah. So
for this movie to do so well, was kind of crazy and really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it was so well done.
Yeah, it's really like Guardians level of surprise, because at the time Guardians of the Galaxy it was relatively unknown, aside from like deep cut Marvel comic readers.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw the success of that, and Shang-Chi just followed up. It's dope.
Couldn't be more excited about it, because obviously this is just the first time we're going to see him.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be more coming up later.
For sure, he's like future. Like he's like the future almost.
Because towards the end, right? I'll just get straight to the ending part. We see this scene. Wong takes them back.
Yeah.
Which was funny because earlier when we were, you see him versus Abomination, fucking claps him first off. Like,
dude, yeah.
We see the trailer and we think like, oh shit, like Abomination's gonna fuck some shit up. No, Wong's just like easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, I thought it was a really tasteful like reintroduction to a character we haven't seen since 2008.
Yeah.
And haven't referenced really.
Definitely.
Also, I love his redesign too. Yeah.
But towards the end, he comes in, he says, Shang-Chi, Katie, both of y'all come with. We see Captain Marvel. We see Bruce Banner. Not in Professor Hulk anymore.
We see Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner.
He's still in a sling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this kind of like alludes to like how did he get out of that,
Yeah, which I'm sure we'll see in like She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Captain Marvel, she's saying that she hasn't ever seen anything like it from anywhere around like the universe,
Oh, you can walk through. Good. That's fine.
You're
good.
But essentially, they were saying like nobody knows where the 10 rings come from.
Yeah, it goes deeper than just 1,000-year-old relic.
And it's sending out a beacon.
Yeah.
And we don't know what that means.
Yeah, we don't know where that leads, what that could lead to. I think it might lead into the Eternals. Sort of relating to the emergence and maybe their sort of return or reawakening. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that definitely I was kind of picking up on that, because also in the theater we saw like a more full Eternals trailer with the Celestials and some crazy stuff in that one.
the scale of the Celestials, like on a bigger screen, is wild. I think it's gonna be the most like cinematically, like, beautiful movies that Marvel's put out.
There was a crazy clip where one of them's like holding like a fucking like galaxy or some shit.
Yeah, sort of like forming it. Like,
yeah, it's like, that's fucking crazy. It really shows like the scale of the Celestials.
Literally, like gods. It's dope.
And they already immediately come in and start questioning, like, why didn't you stop Thanos or try to help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that kind of sets up that, like, so if they're listening to what the Celestials want, why did the Celestials stop them from stopping Thanos? So that kind of brings up intrigue into that movie, because now I think we'll get more answers on that.
So, as far as what I understand about the Eternals, Celestials created them. They also created deviants, which are those monster, like, lizard creatures or whatever we saw. And the Eternals' main and only job is to protect humans from deviants. And if deviants aren't involved, the Eternals have no place or no reason to fight, because it's not their fight.
Yeah.
You good? Ants?
Yeah, we got ants over here.
Yeah, they're chilling. Yeah.
One of them was crawling on my dunks. No, but what's crazy is,
to them, we're Celestials. We're that scale.
Yeah.
Probably not even like that's the scale.
A bee got up in my face. I was like, oh.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Well, the thing is, Thanos is technically an Eternal, I think.
He has the deviant gene.
Oh, he's yeah.
So
he's a deviant.
He's half.
Kind of. Yeah, he's like, Titan, human.
Yeah.
Deviant gene.
Like Angelina Jolie's character, supposedly the mother, I think. And like in the trailer, she's sort of being like the kinkiest scene in the trailer. She's just like sort of tied up. That's possibly the love interest.
Okay.
Which is some gnarly, like, visuals, which we are not going to get into.
Yeah. It was an ant.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to put footsies. Trying to save you.
That was the worst.
You actually.
That was the worst time to initiate that after mode. Yeah. Kinkiest scene in the trailer.
Yeah, that scene, it's just like,
yeah.
I can't wait to see that one.
So.
So how? Yeah. But anyways, back to Shang-Chi, because I don't want to like take away too much time from that. Like you said, I think it's one of those movies that are going to be like, top tier Marvel, especially for an origin story movie. Because what I was kind of getting to is, like, this is the first time we're seeing him, and to only imagine what we'll get later is very exciting.
Especially as, like, he's just a dude who is really good at martial arts. Like, without the rings,
he's a trained assassin.
He's just a person. And that's kind of really dope.
Yeah.
I also think the father was like one of the best. I don't even want to really call him a villain, because he's
flawed.
A flawed person, a grieving father. And he wasn't even necessarily like crazy or making up the fact that he heard the mother's voice. He did hear it. It just...
The creatures, whatever they were called, I forget.
Yeah, like the soul eaters, and then like the mega soul eater.
Yeah, they were calling to him and kind of playing off his trauma and his his
grief.
Mourning. Yeah, his grief. So, it didn't really set him up as he wasn't necessarily a great guy, but he wasn't a villain. It was just somebody who was being played.
I mean, he is kind of a bad person.
Still, yeah, exactly. He's not a great person, but
let's not, like, they may have only said it and we may not have seen it, but we know that he was sort of a conqueror for over 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So
and
it's not He's no saint.
He blamed his son for his mom's death.
Yeah.
And used that as an excuse to train him into a killer assassin.
You know what's crazier than him just being a normal dude who's really good at martial arts?
What?
He saved the world in some J's.
I saw that right at the end. I'm like, bro, he's stepping in the Force? Stepping in the... And I'm like, yo, no way. Which
That
is so
just
sick.
sold the movie for me. Like, come on, that's...
We see that the sister takes over for the 10 rings.
Yeah.
Which makes us think that, you know, they say at the end, the 10 rings will return. She was supposed to shut it down, but it looks like
I wonder
she's going to
where
come
to
back.
come back, though.
I have no idea, honestly.
I'd love to see, like, a fighting tournament again. Like, that was really dope. And that's, like, that could be Easter egg galore as far as, like, fighters that they want to put in, like, obscure
Yeah.
Marvel characters. And they had, like, a Black Widow fighting a experiment guy from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that's what my friend was telling me about.
Mm-hmm. So they could do more of that, like, have even more obscure characters. And it's a gateway for a lot more creative things.
Yeah. I think I made the ants mad.
I was actually listening to the soundtrack last night.
Dude, that was the other thing. When we were watching it scroll up and saw 88 Rising credited, I was like, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a
Calling it now.
big
Calling
Rich
it now.
Brian fan for a while.
Yeah.
I don't remember if anybody else from that label was on there. Oh, I thought that was a bigger bug. We went
Are we
to
done
a-
with the Shang Chi talk?
I think that...
Oh,
We could
also,
do
I love Trevor Slattery. That was good.
Who's that again? Is he the guy who...
He was the
did, like,
the
pink hair or
actor.
whatever? Oh, no. Yeah. The fake Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Great.
appropriated Mandarin.
Yeah.
Which
thought
I
was
love that
funny.
they called back to that and then revealed him.
Yeah. Which was funny because even my friend Kyle, he was like, they just completely shit on Iron Man 3 the whole movie. It's
Which
just
is-
like, it's kind of great.
Literally, like, Iron Man 3 is like one of the bottom ones for me anyway, so
Yeah.
I loved it.
The thing is, like, early Marvel, like, I barely remember anyways.
hmm
So, like,
Also, the stories seem a lot smaller and, like, insignificant in comparison,
yeah.
which is true. Like, that's sort of how it's supposed to be, where you build and build and build. You don't get smaller as you go.
Yeah.
But they have a special place in my heart, especially
Mhm.
the ones I enjoy. Like, Iron Man is still top 10 for me. You know,
Yeah.
but
For sure.
so we
So, what if?
yes, the episodes just keep getting better, in my opinion.
You had a theory that is slowly being proven right. I think we're getting closer.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
They made it onto the bench. They have made it onto the bench. But what if?
I'm so sincerely, like, sorry about all the distractions.
I think it's great. We're just gonna just cut a bunch of this out, so it's just like a
No,
montage
it's great
of like
for-
distractions.
It's great for TikTok.
Yeah.
Clips.
We'll go into what if really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it's the episode where Doctor Strange, his girlie dies instead of him getting hurt in the accident alone.
Losing his heart instead of his hands.
We end up seeing that he gets split into two.
Mm-hmm.
One half of him is like really holding on to that like grief and mourning, and is essentially like learning this like darker magic to try and bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
All the other half of him tries to let go.
I think, yeah. And I don't think it's like the half that went to explore the darker side of magic. I don't think he held more grief. I think they're still the same person. It's just a matter of environment and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he wasn't split and his whole self was heading to find Cagliostro. Off rip, that could have been like end of the world.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the battle of them. Like that was like so like anime almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just really exciting to see like animation really allows for a lot more freedom and creativity as far as visually. Episodes just keep getting better. I know I say that every week, but at some point,
Well,
like
we see that he hears the Watcher at one point.
he's that powerful.
And then, at the end, when the universe is collapsing in on itself, he talks to the Watcher. The Watcher says, I can't intervene. You know that. He's like, why can't you help me? They're having like a full-blown conversation.
Yeah.
Now the Watcher doesn't get involved.
Yeah. The Watcher is fully willing to see the end of one universe to protect the multiverse.
Which is why I think that you're getting right, because your theory is that eventually the fact that they put so much emphasis on him not getting involved makes us believe that at the final episode you'll get involved, and that'll cause some. Oh, I just tapped my mic.
I'm not going to take credit like it's the most out there theory, like, but you know.
But out of all the people I know, you called it pretty early, and I think you're right.
I think all the main players from every episode to come will be coming back. Also, like with the tentacle creature from Captain Carter and this past episode, this is the first sense of continuity we've had between them all. First callback, first reference.
Yeah.
Between episodes, and outside of the Watcher himself, like that's some sort of
Someone who
connectivity.
showed up in both.
Yeah.